Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That belongs to the Apostle Nels, Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. All right, in this walk, man, patience is mandatory. Okay, it's something that's a must. Okay, patience is a must in this walk. Humility. Okay, understanding you're going to go through things, understanding that all these things work in your favor because they're making you and shaping you and molding you into a better man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, this is Luke 8:15. It says, "But that on the good ground are they, which in honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it and bring forth fruit with patience." So you're going to bring forth, it's like planting a tree. Okay? The seed grows. And you have to patiently wait. It's like when you plant, let's say you plant an apple tree. Okay? You want to eat those apples right then and there, but you know it's a seasonal thing. So when the season comes for these apples to blossom forth, that's when you're going to be able to eat them. You know what I'm saying? So this is the same way with us as men of the Lord. You don't rush the process, okay? You don't rush it. It's going to happen, okay? So you have to have patience, all right? This is Luke 21:19. "And your patience possess ye your souls." Patience is mandatory, okay? It says your soul is possessed by your patience. If you rush something, the Lord, you know what he'll do? Take the spirit away from you. Okay? So it's no way you're going to get everything in one day. Okay? In one sitting. Because it requires patience. All right? This is Romans 5. It says, verse 3, it says, "And not only so, but we glory in the tribulations also, knowing the tribulation worketh patience." So your problems, okay? Your problems bring forth more humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what humbles you, going through your trials. So the next time you're put in a place where a trial comes, guess what happens? You accept it more. You embrace it, okay? Because all it's doing is humbling you down. It's making you more patient. And I always jokingly say, if you need patience, get married and have kids. Or you'll learn to have patience far sooner, okay? Because you understand that the things you want to happen and the way you want to see everything, it doesn't happen on your time, okay? You learn as you go, okay? It says, and patience experience, and experience hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, okay? Because the love of the Most High is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. So all these things build you up. You're just climbing up the ladder, okay? All your trials and tribulations, you're just climbing up the ladder. And your patience is growing. And your faith is growing. Now your hope is growing to where you just totally believe. Okay? But patience is mandatory. All right? Romans 8:25. "But if we hope for that we see not, then do with patience wait for it." Okay? Because if you hope and you don't see what you're hoping for, it's going to take patience to build you up to that place to where you actually understand and believe it. Okay? You got to wait for it now, because hope leads you to a place to where it's like constant belief. You get put in a jam and the Lord gets you out of that jam every time. Let's say it's 100 times a different jam happens. You patiently believe now. You hope now because you understand that the Lord is there. Okay? This is Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Okay? Patience and comfort. These scriptures are going to get you through all the things that you need to get through. They're going to be your help, your comforter. Okay? You can always lean on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua no matter what. Okay? That's your hope. But patience actually brings you all the way there. You're not going to be sold out from day one because you don't know how to be sold out. Patience and faith gets you to that point. Okay? To where you're comfortable being in a place of being uncomfortable. Patience gets you there. Okay? Now, the Most High of patience and consolation grant you to be like-minded one toward another according to Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So, we have to be this same way with other brothers. We have to be patient with brothers. Okay? Brothers have to be patient with us. Okay? It's the same way Yahweh Bashim Yahushua handles all of his men. It's patience. Because let's be real, we all deserve death. But the Lord was patient with us. Well, most of us. Okay? This is 2 Corinthians 6:4. But in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High in much patience and afflictions and necessities in distress. So in your times of distress, in your times of troubles, in your times of not understanding what you're going through, have patience. The Lord is going to work everything out the way he needs to work it out and the time he needs to work it out. But it's only going to make you better for the end. Okay? Because all we're doing right now is rehearsing. The true test is coming. And you may be in a concentration camp. You may be in a position where you know not where to go or what to do. Guess what you have to push to the forefront? Patience. I will never leave nor forsake you. If we truly believe that and we're built up in that hope of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, patience is mandatory. Okay? So now, when you understand and you have that patience, you will know when you get to that certain point, sit back and watch Yahweh Bashim Yahushua show out. Because you know it's coming. You may not eat, but you know that the Lord is going to fulfill that void. Okay? But it requires patience. And we also have to understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, his time is way different from our time. You know what I'm saying? Like this generation is microwave. Everything has to happen right now. It's no patience. Okay? We want to see today. Today. You know what I'm saying? No patience. And as men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in his truth, this is what we have to push forth. Patience. All right? This is Sirach 2:14. Woe unto you that have lost patience. Destruction unto you. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? So, some men that has lost patience and walked away from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, now he visits you and he catches you without. You in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay? It's destruction then. All right? Sirach 20:32. Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. So you can't move freely. Okay? Patience is necessary when you seek the Lord. Okay? It's necessary because you have to know he's not going to answer on your time. So when you go to him and you know what I'm saying, and you're led to this truth and he hits your light switch, that's one thing you have to understand. This is not about me anymore. when you pray or you're in a situation and you pray, you can't expect the Lord to answer when you want him to answer. That's not how it works. Okay? It could be a process of you going through something. All right? Sirach 16:13. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. So you're not going to be frustrated because you practice patience. Only impatient people gets frustrated. Okay? That's what brings forth frustration. And at the times that we're in right now, you can lose patience. You know how? Because think about it. When you see something you desired, it's kind of like this. If you inherited $5 million, but you had to wait 5 years, you know what I'm saying? When you get closer to that, you start getting impatient. It's like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Or you see the finish line, it's like, I'm there. I can ease up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to go harder. All right? So you have to always tie patience to everything you're doing, especially dealing in this truth. You may be dealing with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Patience comes with time. All right? Learning. All those things require being patient. All right? And I put a little side note. Patience is really a place of uncomfort. Okay? Because when it's patience, your flesh wants everything in its own time. Like, I want it now. I want it now. And this is the importance of fasting. Okay? You fast, that brings forth patience in yourself because your flesh wants to eat. Okay? And I got a real good example, and that's Job. And I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to go through and hit the highlight points. This is Job 1:13. It says, and there was a day when the sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabeans fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there also another, and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them, and I only am alone am escaped to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone am escaped alone to tell thee. While yet he was speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in thy elders in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground and worshipped, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh Shem Yahshua gave, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. What do you think brought that on? Patience. Okay? Patience and faith and hope and knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua would never leave thee nor forsake thee. He understood what it was to be tested. Okay? Patience. Now, why didn't he just curse the Lord and die that moment? Because he knew something far greater was coming if he just showed patience. And at the end of the story, everything he had was like double or triple to him. Okay? But you must have patience. It's so mandatory. It's so key to be patient in everything you do in this truth. Okay? And it's looking like we're at the end, not looking, but we're at the end of this civilization. Okay? So being in quarantine and being in the house, and bro, this is just the beginning. So patience is something we must put off and wear in the times that we're in. Okay? We must wear patience because it's going to get far worse than this. So we need to basically understand the position we're in and basically be in a positive mind frame, showing patience. Okay? Because it's brothers watching us. Okay? And we don't want to put off the wrong signal. All right? Hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the Apostle Nel's great millstone and rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, throughout the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity. Till next time, Shalom.